Blessings. It's your host, Sean Murray of the Down to Earth podcast. This is the conclusion of this whole Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, right? I'm going to speak on this, one of my last, little pieces. Basically, who won? Who won? They both really won when it comes to the pocket, when it comes to the streams. Both sides won. Kendrick a little bit more, but guess what? He really needs it. Drake been killing all these records already, right? So it's really benefiting both of them, but benefiting Kendrick Lamar even more. Dropping tracks after tracks in response to Drake's disses or whatever, his tracks, right? So now Kendrick is getting all the praise. Yup. But Drake is still making money. Remember that. So, this so-called beef, let's see how it started. They say it started years ago, him putting little subliminals in his tracks. But the first track what sparked this was Future, Metro Boomin, with him on it, right? That's how it started. Subliminals, dissing Drake, right? That's how it started. That was the big track. I think it was called Like That, right? So, as the beef kept growing and growing, you see the internet was just, bubbling hot, even till now, about this beef. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Now, what have we learned from this whole beef? That even when you think people are cool with you, that they're down with you, you can't trust anybody. Look how much of these people, when Drake was coming out, he reached out to, brought them on tour, including Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rocky, and some others. I seen video them praising Drake for what he has done to them. So there was undercover hate. What did Drake do to all these individuals? Did he mess with their girls? I don't think so. Is it jealousy because he's not American and he's like an outsider coming in, making more money than most of all the rappers? People praising him, calling him the king of whatever hip hop. People don't like to say that. Well, look at it now. Especially the so-called audience out there. Before this whole beef, yeah, we knew Drake had hate, but not as much as we know now. He really got a lot of haters. Straight up. Kendrick Lamar supporters, I like Kendrick Lamar from Section 8, right? But there's a lot of bandwagonists. Never cared for Kendrick. He never listened to Kendrick at all, right? And he don't agree with certain things that he stands for. But now, all of a sudden, Kendrick is your superhero hip-hop artist. A lot of you people are bandwagonists. I never saw any support for Kendrick as much as I see now, because it's the hate for Drake. Let's be straight up, right? This light skin, right? Canadian, half white, half black, coming from a middle class family, right? Getting everything handed to him as they put it out there, and he's at the top of the game. Is he the only one like this? How did J. Cole grow up? I wonder. There's many these hip-hop artists who are in the same kind of category as Drake, but no one spotlights that. The only difference is he's Canadian. You're telling me a lot of these rappers didn't come from a middle-class family, if not have a little bit more than Drake? Come on. You could look them up, right? Even Biggie Smalls' mother, like, she had a good job. She was working, single mother, right? He lived in a all right place. He was in the so-called hood, but he lived in a nice place, right? The list goes on. There's so much. But Drake, I'm guessing it's because of his success, right? And he's a pop artist, and anybody that big, you're always gonna get criticism. You're always gonna have people coming for you in all types of ways. You're always gonna have to protect your image and your name. And people will get tired of you because they see you everywhere. Kendrick was like a breath of fresh air to a lot of people, responding to like the king of one of the new kings of pop. That's Drake. So where did this battle take us? It took the culture. It reminded the culture that it's not just about making songs. Hip hop was actually battling and everything. Even though you hear about the ghostwriting from Drake and stuff like that, right? People bringing up all types of stuff in this beef, bringing up people's personal stuff, right? Like being with underage people, right? And assaulting somebody, like domestic violence, accusing people of. A lot of crazy stuff happened in this whole beef. Drake's house getting shot up and people still coming afterwards. And now in the West Coast, since he made Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, that's a big theme song dissing Drake, and it's basically dissing a lot of people who are whatever, quote unquote, Black Canadians. The song is a hit, one of his biggest hits. So is it fair to say that Kendrick got his energy off of Aubrey Graham, right? To bring his career even more to a different level. He used them and used them well. And now he has chart topping, he's breaking records. Not Like Us, breaking records everywhere. Theme track. Even in Canada, it was a number one. America, number one. It's going all around the world. But this is off the energy of hating Drake. He even puts it in his songs, say he hates Drake, right? So what will this do? What's the conclusion? There's so much to this story, but the conclusion is they both made a lot of money. A lot of money for the same company. So the biggest picture, this is a distraction for many things. There's a distraction for many things. That's all I gotta say. But they're making money. Remember, hip hop been losing its, sales to other genres. So you have to make some type of noise for hip hop to get back on top, because it was dying, it was having a slow death. It's still fighting, right? Still fighting. There's a lot of things going on in the culture right now. Like I said, when this whole beef was going on, the P. Diddy situation disappeared. Now, the aftermath, you don't hear about the beef as much anymore, but you hear about P. Diddy. You see? Music industry. So, this whole beef, will it help Toronto? The artists? Maybe, maybe not, right? But I'll tell you one thing. As a content maker, thank you both. It has helped. Yes, thank you both. So, will this inspire other beefs? It has. Will it continue? We don't know. But one thing I do know, it makes a lot of money and it's good for show business, right? Bless up. Subscribe. Your host of the D2E Down to Earth Podcast Network.